Hello everyone, and welcome to the course tour for Ethnic Studies 3024, Introduction to Critical Sports Studies, Summer 2017. I'm your instructor, Nicholas Villanueva, and you can learn more about me in the content section where I have an introductory video, if you have not already seen that, and some introductory information. But what I want to go over in this tutorial, and this will be important that you watch this all the way through to help you on the syllabus and the course tour quiz. I'll talk about that briefly in just a few moments. But on the course homepage here, the first thing I want you to be able to do when you log into the D2L account on a daily basis is be familiar with this news section. This one just is an introductory Week 1 welcome statement where I go over some of the guidelines for the course and two important rules that I have for this course. One that I will mention right now, and I can only stress this enough, is that I do not accept late work in an online course. This is a fast-paced course. You have 5 weeks to complete this course versus 15 weeks, and we have 70 students. So I will not be going backwards and chasing and looking for student assignments that were past the deadline, nor will I have our grader, Wayne Freeman, be doing that as well. Once an assignment has passed, it will close, and you miss the opportunity to score the points because you chose either not to take the quiz or chose not to turn in the assignment. But I can't stress this enough that this is a choice that you're making not to do the work because of other factors that maybe have interfered with your course. There will be extra credit opportunities that I will discuss shortly, and that will help you in case you do have an unfortunate situation where you miss a quiz. There is a bonus quiz, and there is an opportunity to turn in your paper early for extra effort points. I don't really give out extra credit points. I'm not going to give anything away in this course. These are points that will be earned. Now, moving around daily, I will post in this section here comments that might be about the preceding day or something that's important for a current day or something moving forward. Here in the course content section up in the center here, you can click on this. And this is my view right now, so it's probably going to be a little different than yours. It won't have everything, all the assignments won't be here on day one for you because the modules will be moving week by week. And what I mean by that is on the left column here, if you have not used D2L with other courses, there are certain modules. We will collapse everything here and see that there are 5 modules. They're corresponding with the 5 weeks of our course. So it's fairly simple to keep track of what's due. So if you look in Module 1 here, you will have instructions, and this is everything that needs to be done on Monday, June 5th. If you are watching this today on June 5th, then you see these are the items that are due for today in the order that I would prefer you do these. It's not required necessarily, but I think I've selected this so that it is the most helpful. And then those instructions these corresponding items here are with the instructions. So syllabus and course tour, that quiz, I want you to do this as soon as possible. It has to be completed before, I think I have it set for 1 a.m. tomorrow morning, so preferably by midnight tonight. And you will have the time to take the quiz. What I want you to do is watch this tour as well as read over the syllabus because I really want you to do well. This is the bonus quiz. If you do perfect to 10 out of 10, I am thrilled. I want to see you all succeed, and this is a bonus to start the course off ahead of the game. If something unforeseen happens and you just miss a quiz, well, you know that this one can replace that, and you really aren't at any disadvantage. There will be lectures here. What is critical sports studies? Then there are Dropbox activities. These Dropbox activities, you can read about them in the syllabus, but they are also they are videos that I've created where I try to recreate an in-class activity, but we can't do that we're not all in the class together. So you will click on the video, you will watch this. Actually, this is the assignment here. You'll click on the video below that, and then you go to the Dropbox. You can actually go up here to, I believe it's in an assessment, Dropbox, and you will see Dropbox Activity 1. You'll click on this, and then you will post the response that's required for that assignment. Let's see. So you have then also discussion forums. This first one is just the D2L introduction, where you will click on this, read the instructions, and then go to communication, discussions, and go to introductions. You will all be assigned a group number. I'm recording this right now about 5 days before class begins, so I don't have the groups assigned because I want to make sure I have an accurate head count and course list. But by today, if you are watching this on Monday, you will have an assigned course. If you don't know what that is, that's because you did not receive your email from me. This is coming to you via email, so check your email account that you have assigned with this course, and you will find your assigned group number. There are about 70 students in the class, so there's 10 groups, which means there will be 7 people per group. So you will find your group number. If you are assigned to group 4, you will click on group 4, and then you will start your thread. That thread is your response to this initial introductory question. After you post that, then you will be able to go back in a day or two and be able to respond and introduce yourself to a few other students. Follow these assignments. For future D2L assignments here, say you're still in group 4, you will follow the instructions here, click on this, post your initial post, and then there's a deadline, a date in which you will have to go back and respond to at least 2 other posts. And this one here says on June the 8th, or sooner, return to the group folder and respond to at least 2 other student posts. There will probably be about 7 students in your group. You can post to everyone if you'd like. If you do, that's only probably going to benefit you when I go back and look at the extra effort that was put into this, and I'm grading the D2L discussion comments. The rubric for that is available on the syllabus, so you can read that and see what the expectations are. But for example, the highest score is only earned if that exceeds my expectations, if I believe you went beyond what was expected for this. So I encourage you to go ahead and respond to 2 other students, but you can still have an A for your grade. I think it's out of 15 points. You still can get a 14 out of 15 if you have a very thoughtful response, an initial post, and only responded to 2 other students. Back in the course content section, several of the daily activities here will have an exam review sheet. These are just questions for thought that the midterm and the final exam will have some of these questions on them. So for the essay questions or for the short answer responses. So just review those. That's not required. You're not graded. That's just there to help you. So you can look at this for Module 1. Think of it as Week 1. Monday is Module 1-1. Tuesday is Module 1-2. Wednesday is Module 1-3. It's fairly simple and it follows that format, but it is available for you to be able to stay on target with the course and to not fall behind. Now, I've had students in the past when I've had online courses ask if they can work ahead. Yes, you can. Not too far ahead, but if you look at this, June 9th, well, June 9th is Friday. This will open up, I believe I have it set for 12 a.m. Early morning hours of June 9th, Friday. I have that open in case students know that, hey, that next week they're really busy. They're working, they have a full schedule, or maybe family plans for a vacation. You can work on this then Saturday and Sunday, June 10th and June 11th, and work ahead. The only thing you can't do is take quizzes early. Quizzes and exams are set to open and close at certain days and time just to protect the integrity of the questions. Not that I think anyone will share this information with their peers, but if you do, then I can't prevent that. What does happen if those questions leak and we have very strong scores, there will not be a curve on any of those quizzes and exams. So it doesn't benefit you to help anyone else out by sharing some information you learned by being the first person to take a quiz or an exam. And you can see The third module, or week 3, I have that set to begin on June 16th. On, I believe, this one here, June 29th, that one actually opens up possibly a little earlier because the following week is the week of the 4th of July, so I know people have travel plans. So I've tried to make this as accommodating to your summer schedules as possible, at the same time keeping us all on the same path and the same schedule here. If you have any questions after this tutorial and after watching the introductory videos and after reading the syllabus, please feel free to contact me, but do not contact me until after you've examined all of those. I have 70 students, and there's a lot of correspondence that would be unnecessary if someone asked, will there be makeup quizzes? Well, if you listen to this video or this audio and read the syllabus, you will know the answer to that question, saving you the time of sending an email and saving me the time and frustration with knowing that someone did not follow the instructions. That is something that's very important to me, that students follow all the instructions. Let's see, just to go through this a little further. If a quiz, for example, you click on this and it does not direct you to the quiz, you can go up to assessment here, click on quizzes, and they're all here. And then you can take the appropriate quiz. So if a link for some reason is dead, and this is the first time I'm teaching this course here at D2L or at Colorado, and I just redesigned it recently, there may be a few bugs here or there. Please alert me if something doesn't work, and I'll try to fix that. And then finally, your grades. This is these are all the graded assignments here. I have everything loaded. You can see the star next to syllabus quiz. That means if you get a 10 out of 10 on that quiz, the star means it does not count into the final total points for our course, which is 600 points. Technically, you have 610 possible points. And if you turn the paper in early, which I will discuss when I go to the syllabus in a moment, there's 5 bonus points on the 50-point paper. So you actually have a total of 615 possible points that are available to you, but the course is scored out of 600 points. So these are 15 additional bonus points. They may not seem like a lot right now, but they prevent me from having to worry about rounding up or students saying they're a point or two away from a better grade, and then I don't feel that I've been unfair. Going to the syllabus now, let's go to the course information page. This is what I hope you've already either covered or will cover today before you get into the reading and the course assignments. But the syllabus, let's just go over this together briefly. You have I'm not going to speak much longer on this. This tour should be over shortly, but I just want to point out some of the important items here. My office hours, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 2 to 4 p.m. in person or by phone. Here's my office phone number. This is my office in Ketchum. I'm on the 2nd floor. If you go into Ketchum from the doors that are nearest to the football stadium, or the doors that face the football stadium, go up the stairs to the 2nd floor and turn left. You will not see my office. There's a pillar in the way, so you might see another door that says storage. I'm next to that. It's actually a nice office, but it does look like I'm hidden near the storage facility. So just to save you from walking through the maze of this new Ketchum building, that's where I'm located. Also, it says 2 to 4 p.m., but for in-person, I'm usually in the office from 9 till 5. In the summer, I enjoy getting my research and writing done without interruptions, and I cannot do that at home with 2 dogs and 2 cats. I live in a zoo, so I do come to the office to get away from any distractions, and I'm happy to be more than happy to be distracted by students that want to come, introduce themselves, and have any questions. You can read the course blurb here at your leisure, and also this is the textbook for the course objectives. You can look at that. Your responsibility. Oh, email etiquette. I do appreciate if you address me at least as Dear Nick, Dear Professor, Dear Professor V. A lot of people call me Dr. V. That's fine. But this is not a text message. I need punctuation with question marks. If I have an email that does not have a single question mark in it, it won't get a response. because you haven't asked me a question, and therefore I'm not going to guess what it is you want me to respond to. So this is not a text message. This is something that should be much more formal than that. And let me know who this is who's contacting me. This is from my regular semester course, so you don't really have to include the course section number. I'm only teaching one course in the summer, so you can disregard that. Here are all the points possible for the course, 600. This is where they accumulate. You can look at this on your own. I do want to point out that there are no makeup quizzes. The deadlines, once deadline passes, there are no makeup quizzes for any reasons or video responses, Dropbox exercises. We do need to move forward as a class together, and anyone falling behind can catch up by just immediately jumping in from where we are at, but we will not move backwards in this course. The D2L discussion, this is how we are grading your posts, and your final discussion paper, your final paper discussion. Final papers are uploaded to your D2L discussion board by 11:59 p.m. Thursday, July 6th. On Friday, July 7th, your class is as a class, you are to read at least 2 papers from members of your group and critically respond to them. This is your final discussion point total grading scale. You see here for an A, it is 94% to 100. A minus, 90 to 93.5. Yes, I will round up, but I will not round up from a 93.488 or 4849. This is already giving an opportunity to maybe correct any error or something that might have been a point or two away. I believe of the 600 points possible, 564 are required for the A at 94%, but 561 would get you the 93.5%. So you're already getting about a 3-point grace period here, and I am not going to entertain a discussion beyond that. I do not give points away. And then here's the course calendar. Very important that you understand these. This is the final topic. Oh, one more thing I will say beyond this, but this is the final course requirement here as far as the instructions go. This is the topic for the day, or the module 1.1. You will have to do your video introduction. This is what we expect in class today. Review introductions in the course information folder, PowerPoint lecture. You will read Coakley Chapter 1 and D2L introductions. These are the assignments in what you must do outside of class. Dropbox Activity 1. That's the first day. The rest of the course will follow this format. This section here, of course, the title of the segment. This is what you will do that day. There's only a PowerPoint lecture that you have to click on, as well as go through the instructions. You'll see if there's anything else. But you have then Coakley Chapter 2. The expectation is that you will have read this before you start anything else on these days. Same here. D2L reading assignment. These are additional reading assignments that are posted. Items that I've selected that I think enrich the course that maybe Coakley doesn't cover as well. There are certain topics that he does not cover very well that I have introduced additional readings for. So you can do that, and I've selected readings that I think are very manageable as well as accessible. There are no theoretically dense topics for you to read in this course. This is about presenting important information that is very accessible. It is an introductory course. And you can see here this day video. You're supposed to look for the video Mind Game, The Unquiet Journey of Jamaica Holdsclaw. So you will look in D2L that day and you'll find the link. When you go to those links, you will see here, let's look for one where we have a video. Let's see here. Not Just a Game, Power, Politics, and American Sports. Very popular if you've had another sports course on campus, possibly sports governance class or one of my nationalism courses. This is a video that is important to see. So you'll click on that Okay, see it has, you may have to log in, so it might ask you for your username and password. And then hopefully this goes right to it, otherwise connect now. There we go. I was afraid it wasn't going to work. Here's the video. It'll click right here. You can, of course, enlarge the screen, and you can watch those videos accordingly. I've often had students that take a course like this with me online in the summer say they watch the videos with their parents, that if they're staying at home. This is a course that I more often than not have students come back at the end of the semester saying, I talked to my mother or my father about this class, my brother or sister, and they wish they had taken a course like this in college, because it really will expose you to social issues in our country using the microcosm of sport. The final thing I want to comment about is accommodations in class. It's on the syllabus for you to review any accommodations in class. This is an online course, so I have not received any information from anyone at this point stating that they have accessibility needs such as extended time on quizzes or exams. Make sure you get that to me in the form of a PDF. It can be a picture that you take with your phone and send that via email. Or if there's a form that you've received from the university, make sure I have that, and I will make sure that all of your exams have any time accommodations that are necessary. The first quiz, the syllabus quiz, which I hope you take shortly after this audio introduction, is already set for everyone to have 15 minutes. Quizzes are normally 10 minutes, so I've added the 5 minutes to have time and a half for anyone that does require time and a half. But moving forward, if I do not have this information from you, then you will not get those necessary requirements that you are entitled to unless I have the documentation. I've just made this first one available so that you might just be reading this for the first time and not know how to get that information to me. So everyone will have that extended time. Moving forward, quizzes will most often be 10 minutes long with a 1-minute grace period, and then they shut off. I hope all of this was useful and you were able to follow accordingly, and I apologize how long it was, but it's the best way I can get all this information to you without having to respond to many emails, which will save me time as well. I look forward to this course with you, and I hope you do as well. Thank you.